starting to. All right. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Oh yeah, every time, Emma. Well, I'm totally out of the loop with this case, by the way. I actually kind of figured, Rezi. I was debating on asking you that question. But I think I already knew the answer, and it turns out I did. All you need to know, here it comes, is Lunch Mommy. Something about Lunch Mommy. Rezi's completely bewildered. Yeah, excuse me. Is that there's a character named Lunch Mommy, and there it is. There it is. Popularized by Salty. You can thank Salty for that. No. It was Salty or Mosho? Mosho, who was it? Was it you or Salty that popularized Lunch Mommy? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yep, Cypher, Mosho, and Salty are fighting over Lunch Mommy. The good news is, fortunately, Lunch Mommy has at least 4 slots for a boyfriend. So, technically, they can all be her boyfriend. It's just a matter of who's main bay and who's the side bays. You'll see her. She's not done yet. She's coming back, I'm sure. So, let's keep going. Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. Isn't that the truth? A detective doesn't like prosecutors? A retired detective, yes. She hates prosecutors, and we don't know why. And I think she has a very specific grudge against Lana. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Excuse me? I'm not reading into that. I refuse. I refuse to read into that. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. I know. Oh my! You freaking judge. Anyone but the judge. I can't. I cannot with the judge. I will not. I refuse. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh, it's this guy. Oh yeah, so yeah, you're gonna meet this guy. Oh, there's a couple other things. There's something really, really, really fishy going on with the police department. They are not letting the lower detectives have anything to do with this case. It's only higher ups. Even Gumshoe is not a part of this case. They are censoring / siphoning who is able to work on this case. And there's something apparently that the game is alluded to. There is some sort of deeper goings on that we don't know about. So there's something really, really sus happening. Also, Edgeworth, unfortunately, is our prosecutor that we are against. Meet Marshall. He's in charge of the investigation, not Gumshoe. And he's just a police officer. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was young at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Yeah. There's something... Incoming ad break, no! Let's see, when is it? Oh, it's not telling me when the ad's gonna hit. That's weird. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? 30 seconds. Alright. All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? Oh shoot, I didn't say it in the right voice. You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. I assume the day of the murder. What? This case is horny. It could be viewer's interpretation. At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? Yeah, note, Resi, that in the photo, she isn't wearing the muffler, which further leads to my thinking that this was not taken the same day. I'm absolutely, nearly, completely 100% sure of this at this point, especially with this. Photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Miss Star is Lunch Mommy. I'm pretty sure this case made a lot of people thirsty. So did, the case with April May. If you guys remember April May. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? I don't know. If it's a steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. I'll pass. Thanks, Marshall. Oh, we're just coming right back in here. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. And fuck A1, I'm a pick-a-peppa gal. Never had that. A1, I'm not that big of a fan of A1 anyway. I wonder where Mary Allie's biggest fan is. Who knows? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Try pick-a-pepper, it's so good. Does Walmart or Publix sell it? I'll check it out next time I'm at like a Walmart or Publix if they've got it. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, he was not anywhere close to this state when we last left the courtroom. Well, then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Goodness, Edgeworth, what is happening? It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself, yeah. Clearly. I guess so. I think I might remember that the judge said it was going to be a 30-minute recess, I think. I don't know if I'm misremembering, but I'm surprised that it was just a recess also. Excuse me. Knock, knock? Wait, is this the police officer? Who's there? Oh, no. What's with this guy? This guy is the first time I've seen him in this case.
Nani the fuck?
Yeah, Nani the fuck is right. I don't know who met is this. Orange Man. It's Orange Man. Yeah, this is the first time we've seen him in this case. A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What's he doing in here? Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. He's running a fever. Who on earth is he? What is this music? Ah, it's you. Are you gonna say anything, or are you just gonna stare awkwardly at the judge? Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Udgy. How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been still busy. Okay, this guy did it. Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Righto! The attorney! I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? This man has killed dozens of people, I'm sure of it. With his big orange hands. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Oh, the district. I think he's dirty just because of what my intuition is telling me about this police station. Oh, so I was right. He very well might be. Just because he's the one calling the shots, unless there's someone else, I'm suspicious of him. Because there's way too many things happening with the police station. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Alistair! I'm here to watch you, but I am going to the store. I'll be back hopefully if you're still there. But I am here supporting you. Thanks, Alistair. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'll probably, unless you take 2 hours, I think I'll probably still be streaming. It's Alistair. Shout out, Alistair.
Crystal Rose Swain, he looks handsome. You got that chiseled jaw?
Oh my Chad jaw.
Giga Chad.
I don't... Did it... I don't know if it appeared on... Yeah, I think... Why? Hold up. Shout out. Yeah, it did. Hold up. Let me... Let me fix something. I'm gonna fix something, and we're gonna fix this. Alright. Alright. Let's try that again. Maybe it'll work.
What happened?
I don't know, I'm stuck.
Yeah, it's not working.
Homie, what are you doing?
You're dead. I think you drowned.
Alright, well, that's something to get fixed at another time. Yeah, it's playing Alistair's clips, but it's not showing up on the stream. For some reason. Alright, oh well. We tried. We double tried. Yep. Name's Gad. Damon Gad. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Yeah, OBS at its finest. It's bewildering to me on 4D chess levels of bewilderment why OBS is so glitchy. Mary Owie told me about it and helps me get it set up. Help me get it set up, yeah. But it was working. We even tested it on stream and it was working. I have no idea how you're having so many problems with OBS. I've never seen anyone else have. It's not just me. It's me, Mary Owie, and Cypher. As you know, Rez. OBS is sentient. You should know it, Rezi. You've seen it. You've seen how much it hates us. Yeah, I was using the Royal U. Yeah, I don't know why OBS is so jank. It just, the jank never stops. The jank never ends. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. I don't want your help, Gant. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Him being chief of police would explain how he just barged in here without being tackled by the bailiff. Yeah, I know. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Was that in the exhaust pipe? It didn't look like this. the muffler was in the muffler. That's what he's saying, but I don't think it looked like that. If only we had the picture in the court record. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Can we stop with the long, drawn-out, silent stares, please? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What is that? This judge just asks the exact same thing. Wait, SL 29LS SL92 SL92 is what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait! Or didn't you hear me? Uh-oh. Sinister music playing! He's evil! Miles doesn't like the chief, yeah. That is why Miles had that reaction at the get-go. He knew he was coming. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. Yeah, on the day of the crime, I passed over this. Edgeworth was awarded this trophy. King of Prosecutors. At the police department on the day of the murder. It's not a lawyer's job to investigate. Oh wait, yeah. In this game it is. We're backup investigators, for some reason. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. I mean, he is quite outranked here. Backup? You're the lead investigator with the state of this police department, I know. For real. Little bit! Hey! Are you tired? How's it going? Welcome into the stream, Little Bit. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Up to 60. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Oh, that's a first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... This is going to be relevant at some point. This is why it's being made into a big deal. If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. We can't have that. We gotta allow you to pound your gavel. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. It'd be a tragic day when Phoenix can't point his finger anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Whereas your finger, Mr. Wright, is quite disposable. What is this grime on there? Alright, so that's the release. Let's look at this. This is the new mechanic, Resi. You can inspect things. Incidentally. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. It's from eating pizza. This is somebody's pizza knife. They just got it greasy when they were cutting their pizza. What does that mean? Well, I heard something similar. DL6. Yeah, I was thinking that too. DL6 incident? Fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. Interesting. Can we not inspect this? This looks kind of suspicious. Alright, let's just release the mechanism here. Wasn't it DL6 just a random case number? What do you mean by random? Yep, they're three-dimensional. We can now like spin stuff. So this is from case SL6, evidence number 2. Maybe if I can turn it correctly. SL9 2. Let's actually release this thing. The letters and numbers weren't important. It was totally arbitrary. Don't scare me like that. Ooh. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. This dark red stain. Blood? That's what Goldie Boy said the first time he brought up DL6. Wait. Cypher, are you lurking? Cypher. Switchblade knife. Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. It was wrapped in the defendant's muffler. I must have missed that. I don't know if they said that, but if they did, I totally missed it. Small tag attached. Go out, Cypher, if you want to see a huge scaredy cat. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Good. Then what? Why'd you bring it? Why do you have it? Why are you just here to waste our time? You're just like, hey, here's evidence. But it's not connected to the case. The knife didn't cut too deep. If it's the murder weapon, unless it just slit the victim's throat or something. Unless it broke off into the victim. That's possible, right? That'd be really sucky. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, Steve. What a mess! Yeah, I did, but the point is the first inch or so drew blood. Unless that goes to another crime related to this one, and there was a different stab location. To switch places, the blade can't be longer than the handle. That's true. But yeah. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence day. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? So there were 2 murders. So Rezi, I just realized this. I forgot where the murder happened. The murder that we've been investigating. This makes sense now. The murder that we were investigating happened in the garage of the prosecutor's office. To the mascot to it. This makes sense from that little cutscene we saw. But that would be 2 detectives killed. Wait a second. You said 5:15? Yeah. That's the time that Lana says that the murder happened, that she, quote, well, that she killed Goodman. 5:15. There it is. That's the exact same time Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. 1 minute to ads. Thanks, Rezi. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Wait a second. What if, going along with what I was thinking before, that this didn't happen at the time of the murder, what if there's only 1 victim? The detective, and this was not where the murder happened. What if the murder happened at the police department? Okay, Rezi. What if? Yeah. Thank you, Rezi. By the way, I'm caught up in this chain of thinking because this doesn't make. We already found problems with this photo. I don't think there might not be 2 victims. I think maybe Goodman was the only victim, and that would mean that this the chief of police is covering this up, if I'm right. Because we already have issues with this photograph, and the other photograph as well. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Yeah, I don't even know if there were 2 murders. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Wright. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Don't call me Righto! Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So how were things down at the department? We'll have to look into that after we get done cross-examining. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. Gee, could it be the evidence tag? Was that a case Goodman was on? Not to my knowledge. I have a suspicion. That's what it is. This is it. That's what this paper means. This is what's linking it. This is what Phoenix said kind of tipped me off, that it was something that was stumping him this whole time. We haven't really had a purpose of this, but this is what that says. 675. It's upside down. Oh my gosh, freaking trying to spin this thing. 675. Or 67S, or whatever. Whatever it says. That's what it is. It's this memo. 67S. Alright, we'll wait for ads to pass.
Objection!
Objection! I don't know how many people here have, what is it? A subscription. But I'll wait for ads. Everybody? Okay. So something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, that's all, and I accidentally skipped that. Well, what happened? What happened to the police department that day? Oh, well, Twitch isn't listing the dozen fake bots that are in every stream now. Oh, really? I guess it can recognize them. Interesting. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Really? Really? Just arrested? That was quick. Oh, nice. I know there was a lot of talk about it on the subreddit. I wonder if Twitch saw everyone complaining about the bots. Well, good. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Okay. We don't need to know when the victim died. That's irrelevant. How the victim was killed, where the victim was found. We know how the victim was killed, allegedly. It's from a stab wound, right? The only thing we don't know that really seems to matter is where the victim was found. Because, yeah. Let me save, even though I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is really the only thing we need to get from this. So tell me, where was the victim found? What? You just said you'd tell me! Well, actually, I can't tell you. What the heck? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place at the evidence room. In the evidence room. At the police department. But why can't you tell me where the body was found? In the evidence room. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? Can't say that I've heard of it. Phoenix, you are such a liar. You are such a liar. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. I know, we've been multiple times. I thought he was just lying, but he seems like he just does not know what an evidence room is. 5:15, but that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Wait. He wasn't killed in the prosecutor's office? He was killed in the garage. That's what... Like, am I just misremembering? That's where Lunch Mommy said that the murder happened. Did I... I'm confused. Funny, isn't it? Yeah, that's how... I don't understand. Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake in the localization or something? I don't know. A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. Oh, prosecutors... Oh, they're using that generally. I'm thinking about Edgeworth's room. They're saying they're using the prosecutor's office generally, like the entire building. Yeah. That's what they're doing. It's the prosecutor's building, but there's several offices in the prosecutor's building. Okay. What are the chances? Coincidence. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Yes, I'm sure that's an exact figure. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. I'm pretty sure you can say a lot of things, though. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed, 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. There we go. There's the photo, Resin. That is not in the court record for some God knows what reason. You can't see the muffler because it's covered by the text box, and I wish you could remove the text box in this game, but you can't. But it doesn't appear that this car is in the same location as it is in the garage. Where we were investigating. Muffler? I barely know her! Hey, Nano, welcome in! I'd better check this knife out. Looks like it's in a mechanic's garage. Exactly! It doesn't look like a parking garage. What was the... Hold up. I wanna try something before I give that evidence, because it's obviously that note. Your Honor, my client pleads the evidence is all faulty because none of them believe in the heart of the cards. This is a court of Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently. I want to see if I can ask a different question. But I don't know if it is this question. Slam that desk. Alright, we can ask him again. For some reason. So let's just... we didn't actually ask you that question before. This is our first time asking. Promise. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife. Knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. It's like he's toying with us. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Only one murderer would dare use a knife. Seems like I want to press this a bit harder. Since the game is so graciously allowing us to actually ask 3 questions, let's do it. So, when did the murder at the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, Righto. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Okay, so that just loops us back into this. Alright. Alright, this is it. For some reason, this has the same case number as this. And we found this in the car trunk. Let's do it. Wait a second. Well, this guy being intentionally cheap with info. Love it. I know, he's a scumbag, I can tell. He's a scumbag. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, an honest-to-goodness. What do you mean from Udgy? This is great. He's so ridiculous. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? Wait, what is the significance of that date? Wait, that date! Is that date the same date as DL6? Yeah, it's upside down and backwards. 12/2/21. Not even close. What am I remembering? Wait a second. 2/21. That's the time of death, the date of death. If we flip that over too, yeah, well, I was thinking the day and month, but I guess I was misremembering, not the year. But this date is the same. If you flip it once again to read the rest of it, that's the same day of death. DL6 was also on Xmas, yeah. 6 minus 7s, 12 minus, or 12 divided by 2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. L9? That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? Well, that was fast. This evidence was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney? It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That is so bizarre. That is so bizarre. Why that would be there. There's something that isn't making sense. There's no reason for that to be there. You're right, thinking is hard. It can be, Nano. Wait, so that's it? Where are we supposed to... Okay. Wait a second, wait a second. We can ask him more about the other thing. I'm pretty sure. For the 4th time. I guess this is what the game's wanting me to do? Now that he's spilled about the knife. This is what I'm thinking we need to still find out, where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Okay. We already heard this. The evidence room? Yeah. Oh, now Phoenix has heard of this. How did it not... Phoenix just had amnesia last time he went down this line of questioning. Now he remembers. Wait a second, I have heard of that. The game just wanted us to find out that information about the knife before progressing forward. That's what this was. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to town, to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Oh boy, alright. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. Bear Grylls is also a huge fraud. Yeah. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. Oh, now we're tag teaming him with Miles. Yup. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Yeah, what do you think about that, Orange Man? What do you think about that? You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Well, your police department is incompetent. Chief! This isn't the only time I'd like to tag team with Miles. Oh my gosh. See, this is why our chat is 18 and up. Because of Rezi. Exclusively because of Rezi. Rezi is the sole reason we have an 18 and up chat. Rezi holding down the fort in the 18 and up department. I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. I don't want to share edgy. Lies, slander, deception. Well, you've got 2 issues now, Rezi. You have... you're also squaring up with Mariawi now, so... None of these are Kakashi, so I'm out. Everybody loved Kakashi back in the day. Everybody loved Kakashi. I think it's, you think about it, what's the dude from Jujutsu Kaisen? The white-haired dude? He's got white hair. Kakashi's got white hair. I think people just love the white hair. Gojo. I think girls just fall for the white hair. Yes, thank you guys. Double confirmation on Gojo. I can never remember his name. I don't know why. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet. No. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? That's Phoenix with the foot in the door technique. You get him to do a little bit of something for you, and then slowly push him a little more until you get what you want. Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. Guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. I don't think it matters. We could probably ask all three, right? Just start from the top. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Oh, this chief would know all about sticky stuff. There we go. There we go again. Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases. Homicide. That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too. Oh my gosh. He's clearly using hair products. You're the sicko now. That's what I was referring to, Rezzy. It takes a special kind of person to use a hair product that's that adhesive. I think it's the same person. That's why he's not wanting to say the name. It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except this serial killing happens simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. We've already seen this! Ah, shoot. I really wish it wouldn't do this. Let's get the victim's ID. I don't think he's gonna give me the ID number, though. That's gonna be too telling. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Or will I? Or will I? Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same. I know it. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is, I guarantee, 584-2189. Boom. It's the same. There weren't 2 murders, there were 1. There was 1. Yes! Oh, that felt good! Deducing that before the game even thought I could deduce it. I had been suspicious of this for a long time, in varying degrees of suspicion. I did it, yes! Oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome. I'm one-upping this game. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. He gave up after the third number. He didn't even get the first number right. Oh, he didn't? He didn't even get the first number right. He didn't get the second number right either. Why is he a judge? Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? It absolutely does. This tells me nothing! I do the same. Nepotism. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning. It has to be what I think it is. I already know what this means. The real murder took place at the police department, and the body was moved, transported possibly. It had to be transported to the prosecutor's office garage. Now, if that is true, that means Lana is lying about how the murder took place. Because she said the murder happened in the prosecutor's office garage, and she was the one that did it. And she explained in detail, well, relative detail, of how it happened. So Lana is lying about how the murder occurred. Maybe she's even lying about having committed the murder. But why? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? Nope, wrong thing. Wrong button. His father, Uji Sr., was a prominent politician in whatever the hell country this is. I was so caught up in my deduction.
Take that!
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Is he? No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news, Edgeworth. Don't be mean to Phoenix. He gets enough of this. Oh my. Get him, Miles. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. I love that. I love that he's noticed that. He's said it. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Told you they're meant for each other. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? Yes, Judge. I'm simultaneously on the police department as well as being a defense attorney. No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. And you were wondering why people ship them. I mean, with this, I'm seeing more of the reason why, but I think a lot of people just... they ship them for less substantial reasons, you know? I don't know. I'm seeing it more now. I'm seeing the reasoning more now. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. Let's see how he reacts to this. And this means what exactly? Oh my gosh. Not when they're part of the court record, bozo. Uh-huh. Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. It didn't start with 82. You didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? They're finishing each other's sentences now. Don't read into this, Rezzy. They are professional attorneys. They don't have time or room for such trivial matters. Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. He absolutely was not. Yet, a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in completely different location? I think my voice changed for Edgeworth there. Order! What does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Oh, he said we're saying he's with Phoenix now. Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? Did you see that look in his eye? The oversight, the grave error. We got his ass now. I don't think we've got it yet, but it's coming. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. That's what that was? Alright, you missed that, Rezzy. There was a character named Officer Meekins who was trying to give Edgeworth a case file. But Edgeworth said if it's not pertaining to this case, he doesn't want it, and he refused to accept it. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Aha! You're gonna get to see him. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lanaskai incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Ugh. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir! Yeah, I'm with Miles on this one, but they're obviously trying to sandbag him. Yeah, they are. There was evidence hinting towards that in the previous time we played as well. The previous 2 times, I think, at least one of them. You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I hate this guy's smug look on his face. Look at that. It's gonna just stay there, too. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. A bit of persistent plot, he gets accused of murder, so they try to dump his ass. I think this goes deeper than that. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? You're the judge. You say what it means. Normally, as in real world court, every time. Yeah. I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Well, yeah, if Dick Clips was crooked, this goes all the way to the top. Yeah. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. Oh, he's rubbing it in, too. Have we? I guess the judge means for the day, because we didn't... There's more questions than answers at this point. We didn't resolve anything from the last time we were in court. And if anything else, we just made this even more complicated. You weren't even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Oh, he'll have to get to the bottom of things right away. Freaking Resi. You were not kidding when you were in a different frame of mind, as you said. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Oh, that was a short one. With how long we were screwing around, fumbling around, and catching Rezi up, plus the intro of me just talking,